fucking huge zit. I have a freaking planet on my chin. It's huge. You're gonna be looking at that this whole video. I'm sorry about that. What is going on with my skin in the skin department? Is it against me or is it with me? I don't know. Hey guys, so I thought I would just do a little low maintenance chat with you guys today. I have some things that I just thought we could talk about. A lot of times I will come up with this idea to sit down and just chat with you guys, and I think no one's gonna want that, so then I end up not doing it and not uploading anything because I can't think of anything that is creative. And sometimes I don't think that you always need to have like these amazing monumental videos. Sometimes I think it's totally fine to just sit down and just chat with your subscribers, even if you did it last week or in my case a few days ago. But I really do enjoy these videos because they're very raw, they're very personal, and I like just chatting with you guys, catching up. And I have some things that I want to tell you guys, especially after uploading the video that I did the other day addressing some things. I did my very first live premiere and I got to chat with you guys during that video, and it was a really great experience. I'm definitely gonna do more premieres in the future. I think that lately I have, and not even just lately, but for a while now, at least this year, I've been putting way too much pressure on myself to post content that's like amazing and that everyone loves and gets all these views and all these new subscribers come from it, and it's just not like that for me on this channel. And so because that's not the way that it was anyways, I just decided I'm not gonna let myself stress out about that anymore. And you know, if I just want to sit here and chat, I'm not gonna worry about the people that don't like it and the people that don't want it. I want to just sit here and chat with those of you that do want that, because there are people that want it. So I just want to focus on that. I want to focus on those of you that would like to hear this video and not let my head go into that place of what about all those people that might unsubscribe because I upload this, because at the end of the day they're gonna unsubscribe for something else. It shouldn't matter. And you guys know, if you watched my addressing things video, then you probably heard me or remember me talking about that, if you finished it to the end, about how I was struggling with that type of stuff for a while and that I've been losing a lot of subscribers and stuff. And obviously it's only been a few days. I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, hopefully tomorrow after I film this, but depending on when it goes up, it hasn't been that long since that video went up, so obviously nothing has really changed in that department. But you know, I just feel like the most important thing for my mental health, and really for any of ours, is to get ourselves into a headspace where we can do what makes us the happiest and not let our minds go to that dark place where we're thinking about the things that don't make us happy or that make us feel anxious. And for me, a lot of that is with, you know, certain types of content I want to upload. I get very anxious thinking nobody's going to see that, or I'll start thinking, what is the point in it? What's the purpose? And if I can't find like a good point or a good purpose for a video, then I just don't do it. I just don't want to do that anymore. I just want to do whatever I want, and I know I've said that 1,000 times, so that's why we're going to chat today. And the reason why I decided to sit down, it wasn't actually on my planner, which I've been trying to use my planner a little bit. If you guys are part of my Patreon, then you heard me talking about that, which, by the way, I have been uploading exclusive Patreon only content over on obviously my Patreon. I've been trying to upload multiple videos a week over there. So far it's been good. I've got 3 videos up in just a week, and I've been talking to you guys about a lot of things over there. I was telling you guys how I wanted to start using my planner more and make sure that I'm looking at it every single day and going through the things that I had planned for myself and trying to help myself be more productive, get myself out of this slump, and be in a more positive headspace. Anyways, it was not on my planner to sit down and film this video, but you know, because I had just recently done that video where I was addressing like a lot of your guys' concerns about the way that I had been in my videos, and you know, that it clearly had seemed like there was something wrong with me and that I wasn't really being myself. The response in that video and during that, you know, live premiere and getting to chat with you guys, all the comments that you were leaving, some of you guys were in tears because you, I guess, felt really bad for what Mark and I had been going through. And even though I'm sure you guys saw my comments on those things and how thankful and grateful I was to you guys for listening and for being so positive and uplifting and making me feel understood and comfortable again, which I haven't felt comfortable on my channel in a while. Even though you guys probably saw me say those things, I wanted you guys to actually see and hear it out of my mouth, like how much that truly did mean to me. It motivated me more than you know. After all of that, the very next day, I filmed for my Patreon. I actually went in and I changed my tiers around. It has been something that I didn't realize I needed as much as I did. And I also didn't realize that I needed that like positive interaction that I had with you guys after I posted that video about my house flooding. Like, I didn't realize like how badly I needed to hear those things from you guys, that you guys were still here with me through all the ups and downs. Like, a lot of times I try to walk around in my life like I don't need anybody, like I'm fine, like I can take care of myself. But like in reality, sometimes I need that. Sometimes I need those comments from you guys reminding me that I'm doing okay, and reminding me that even though you don't comment very much, but that you're still watching. I didn't realize that that was something that would do as much for me as it did, but since I uploaded that video, I've just felt so motivated and I felt happy and I felt comfortable enough to even do what I'm doing right now, like not worry about are people gonna like this or not. And also, this video already is like all over the place. That's what this video is gonna be. It's gonna be all over the place, so just prepare for it. But like, I have built like something over here with you guys that is absolutely incredible to me. It's so important. I have been recognizing familiar faces for 4 years now, like people that have been with me this entire time, and I see your guys' comments and get excited that you're still here. And so of course it would be something that I would want to do, and that it would mean a lot to me to hear from you guys and to let you guys know like what's going on in my life situation. Of course that would be something that I needed, because of the fact that we built this together, and I built it with being honest with you guys and talking to y'all about what's going on in my life and my past struggles. It just kind of reminded me of like where my roots are on here and why I started it. And it wasn't to be the most perfect thing, and it wasn't trying to make every video be that thing that brings in a new audience and that grabs people's attention. I just did it because I loved it. I think that doing that premiere, chatting with you guys while you listened to the things that I've been going through, reminded me of what I'm supposed to be doing over here, and that it's okay to not be okay, and it's totally fine to complain sometimes. I think that's something that's really important to remember. It's fine to fucking complain, even though there's a stigma on YouTubers that you can't necessarily do that because you're doing it for views and this, that, and the other. Like, it doesn't matter what outsiders think or what people are over here to troll for think. I am excited to leave 2019 in the dust, but I'm also going to be making the best of 2019 while it's still here. I'm just gonna start moving forward like I have been these past few days, getting up every single day, trying to be productive. I even told Mark, I said, you know, our house is a hot mess. It's falling. How many times did I say hot mess in this video? But our house is a mess. It's falling apart. But let's just speak positive over it anyways. Let's just talk about how our house is thriving, about how it's beautiful, about how we feel good in here, and just say those things, even if it's not necessarily true. But let's just do it. There's this shift that happened in my mind at some point where I realized that change is today. It's right now. It's not next year. It's not this New Year's resolution bullshit, which if you have those, that's great. I'm not shitting on that. But like, you can make positive changes in your life today. You don't have to wait till the next year. If anything, that's just procrastinating. You know, it's not that I want 2019 to be over. It's just that 2019 hasn't been a good year. I experienced death from my cats that, oh my God, were my world. I experienced my house flooding every single month and my stuff getting ruined, and I've experienced my health being bad. I've experienced breaking out an allergic reaction. I haven't shaved my armpits in a month because I have an allergic reaction of some kind underneath my armpits and I can't shave them. So your girl has the hairiest armpits I've ever had in my life. I look like a fucking Sasquatch under there. I've gotten sick a lot this year, and you know, I've been wheezing, and just there's all these health problems that have been going wrong. And obviously my house is pretty much, it's got rotten walls in it that I didn't know existed, and mold that I'm breathing in every day. And you know, 2019 has been a year of learning. I don't know what I'm learning necessarily, but I know that it's something that's gonna help me in the future. It has to. Oh, and then like all summer, this is another thing that went wrong that was just insane this year. All summer, my air conditioner in my car kept going out and it would just blow hot air. And you know, when I went to Kansas with Michael and Joey, we were driving them around everywhere and my air conditioner went out when we were there and it was like blowing hot air all over us while we were trying to drive around in Kansas, and it was a mess. Well, the other day, Mark and I wanted to go do something positive and happy for ourselves, so we decided that we were gonna go look at Christmas lights. My heater stopped working, so it was blowing cold air, and I'm like, how is it that when I needed cold air, I was getting hot air, and now that I need hot air, I'm getting cold air? And then you start to feel like you have a little demon following you around trying to wreak havoc in your life. Do you know what I mean? So I've just been absolutely desperate, like desperately trying to figure out like where I went wrong and what happened. Like Mark and I have both lost our keys now. Our house was hit by a tornado. Like the amount of negative things that have gone wrong, and I'm not even joking to you guys when I say one thing that went wrong this year, there was another thing that went wrong this year that I just can't remember. Like there has been so much stuff, and it has been, the past few days I have felt like it's got to get better. And I think really what it was is that I got to this breaking point where it's either this is the end of everything for me, like this is the end of it and my depression's gonna win and I'm just done, or it's gonna start going up in a more positive direction from here. And I choose to believe that one. I choose to believe that depression, anxiety, that stuff doesn't win here, and that shit's gonna get better. Shit is going to get better. And you know what? If you're going through some stuff in your life, it's gonna get better for you too. It is. We might not be able to necessarily see that right now, but while we wait on it, we can just start saying that and we can start speaking positivity into our lives. I wanted to tell you guys some really good news that Mark and I got today. Some of it I cannot tell you because it is something that it's a personal thing involving the house and, you know, the whole situation. If you guys watch my addressing things video, you guys will know it's something I can't say. I'll probably talk about it on my Patreon. It is such a small group of people that it's at a place where I feel like I can share more over there and not get in trouble for it, you know what I mean? But anyways, we had our city's engineer come out today, and on Thursday the 19th, they're going to be coming out in our backyard and they're going to be installing a bunch of drains. Like I think they're installing 3 drains and 2 pipes that are going to be like that big around to help with the water in the yard, and then hopefully they're going to be doing a little bit of grading back there, and they're doing it for free. They are literally helping us with this situation for free because they had enough money in their budget to do it, and we've been waiting to hear back from them for about a month and a half now, somewhere around in there. So they're finally coming out and doing it on Thursday, and I am hoping with everything inside of my heart and soul and everything that I am that when they do that and then we get some rain gutters installed back there, that it will stop the flooding. I am gonna speak that out into the universe that it is going to stop the flooding and that we can begin fixing things one by one in this house that the fucking water has destroyed. But you know, once they install that, we're gonna have to wait until it rains again and sit there and look at the places where the water starts rushing in and wait and hope. And I know that that day after they install that stuff, I know that day that that rain starts coming down hard, I'm gonna be sitting there hearing that, you guys, my heart is gonna feel like it's gonna be borderline heart attack level, waiting to see if it works. Cause obviously when you've had a lot of things going wrong, you're scared it's not going to, but I'm gonna believe it's going to work. But I'm gonna be so anxious waiting on that. You guys can imagine how that's gonna feel when it works. It's going to be the biggest weight off of our shoulders, and I feel like I'm gonna be able to breathe. And then once they come in and they remove the black mold, like when we can afford that, knowing I'm not breathing that in anymore, I'm not gonna be paranoid thinking that everything that goes wrong physically is because of that. You know what I mean? Like, because guys, like anytime I cough or if I hear myself wheezing, I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting black mold poisoning. Like I am just so incredibly anxious and paranoid that I'm gonna get cancer from this, and just getting rid of all of that is gonna alleviate so much stress off of my life, and I feel like I can go back to having like piddly stupid problems like I had. Do you guys remember when I did that video and I was like complaining about like our maintenance men that would like come inside of the apartment and stuff like without letting us know they were gonna be there? Like, everything's been so bad in my life that I miss that. I miss living in that shitty apartment that I hated everything about it. All the crap I dealt with when I lived there, because when I lived there, I had my 4 cats. I never had to worry about it flooding ever. I felt safe in that aspect, and I had room in my brain to create my own stupid problems and to bitch and complain about dumb shit that doesn't actually matter because I wasn't worried about my health. I had no idea when we moved in here that my life would be what it's become. I remember I was just so excited to have an office. I was like, I'm gonna be posting a video 3 times a week, every single week, without fail. I'm gonna be productive. I thought that that's how it was gonna be when I got here, and then when I got here, it's like, that is not what happened in my life. I don't know, there's certain things I wanna say over here because I know that if you guys watch that video, some of y'all are very invested in us, you know, taking the appropriate measures so that we're not totally screwed in this home buying situation. I know a lot of you guys are invested in that and want to hear like those details, but I just can't put all of them on YouTube. Just know we got some positive news pertaining to that today. I need to be very careful. You never know who's listening. You never know who's watching, and it's just best that I be as careful as possible with what I say. Also, on another note, like, I'm sure some of you guys have been wondering about the paranormal aspect of the house, because I've done videos on how there's paranormal activity in my home, and I have numerous videos on my channel of the paranormal activity that has occurred in my house, and, you know, me doing investigating in it and things of that nature, and I've completely stopped updating you guys on that, and I am sure some of you guys are wondering, has all that stuff just stopped? Has there been any updates, etc., etc.? And it hasn't stopped. There has been little things that have happened here and there, and it's just been one of those things where I'm dusting off the ghostly situation, I'm dusting off the paranormal situation, and things of that nature that keep happening, and I haven't felt like talking about it because I hate my fucking house right now, you know what I mean? And it's like, the ghost situation is the least of my worries. Talking about the paranormal is not a priority. It's not something that I have wanted to do, that I have felt like doing. It has been basically the last thing on my mind. So when I have something happen that's paranormal, like, I haven't cared to talk about it. It's just not where my frame of mind is. You know, maybe one day when I'm bored and I don't have any dramatic crap going on in my life, I will think of something that happened and be like, ooh, I should tell them that, but it's just not something I feel like uploading on my channel lately. Like, maybe in a week I'll feel completely different, but right now my frame of mind is just not in paranormal story times. But what I can tell you guys is that we have had some very loud bangs in this house. And actually, I was filming a video for my Patreon, and I was talking about the changes in the tiers and stuff like that, and there was the loudest bang in my kitchen. It was like wham on the wall. It was the closest sound that I have caught on camera to the knocking that Mark and I experienced around when we first moved in. It's insane. I'll actually play a little clip for you guys right here, and then a $15. So it's been shit like that, but it's like, I just don't feel like making an entire story time about how someone banged on my wall. But you guys know that I can stretch out a paranormal experience to 15 minutes if I need to. And another thing you guys may not know is that YouTubers gotta make their videos 10 minutes or longer in order to put multiple ad breaks in there. If you don't do that, you don't make shit for money on that video. So we are great at taking an experience like a ghost banged on my wall and stretching that shit out, and we all know that I can ramble for days. Actually kind of funny to think about some of the things that YouTubers do on the business side of things that we keep super hush hush so nobody knows, but it's like, guys, like, we stretch out story times as long as we can and ramble as long as we can so that we can get those ad dollars, because otherwise it's kind of financially a waste of time to sit down and talk, and That's just the truth, and I'm not gonna be shy about it. And you know, that's another thing too, is that in the YouTube side of things, like the way that I have been mentally about it is I've had this dramatic shift, and it's a positive thing. I feel like some people might look at it as a negative thing, but I think it's a positive thing, and that's that I'm done playing the game. I'm done trying to keep up. I am done trying to post the content that YouTube wants. I'm done trying to do the right thing to keep up with it. I'm done. Because when you do that, you can never keep up with it. There's always gonna be a new trend. There's always gonna be a new thing to talk about. It's ever changing and evolving, and if you're constantly trying to just win the race, you exhaust yourself. You're not even having fun with it. And guys, do you remember what YouTube used to be? People would sit here and do like 5-minute skits, and they were stupid as hell, but we loved that crap. Who remembers salad fingers? Do you guys remember salad fingers? I miss that shit. Now it's like, we have to do this dramatic shit, and it's like, I don't want to play this game anymore, you guys. It's stupid. It doesn't amount to anything. Any YouTuber that's playing that game is not fucking enjoying it. I'll tell you that much. We love it when we get a new flow of subscribers and when new people come and join and click subscribe on our channel. We love it when we grow. We love it when we get the views. We love it when we get that check when our video does good. But other than that, that actual filming the content, trying to figure out what you want to do with your thumbnail and figure out what you want to do with your title, when you're doing all of that just to keep up, it sucks. It's not fun. It's something you can never win at, but you're always trying to, and it never works out the way you think that it will, and it just ends up being this stupid fucking game. People are just trying so hard to just become something, but they don't really know what something is. Like, they think something is having millions of subscribers, right? But PewDiePie has like, what is it, like over 100 million? I don't know his exact number. I don't watch his shit, but my fiance just told me today that he announced that he's gonna be taking like a break for the first half of the year from YouTube and not uploading anymore. And it's like, that shit should tell you right there, it doesn't matter how many subscribers and views you have. It doesn't matter. You will get burnt out if you're doing it just to do it, or if you're doing it for your subscribers, or if you're doing it for the money. If you're doing it for all of those things, you are going to get so burnt out on it that it isn't gonna matter. Think of it, guys, over 100 million. That is so many people. I can't even see that in my head. It's an ungodly amount of number, but it doesn't matter. Like, once you have that, you think that you're gonna wanna upload all the time. No, like, doesn't work like that. It doesn't. And I feel like when I started YouTube, I didn't realize that it would become like this. Like, the other day I filmed a BoxyCharm unboxing for my Patreon, and I got really nostalgic doing that unboxing video because, do you guys remember, like, when I had blue hair, what is it, like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago or something like that? I would do BoxyCharm videos, and I would sit on the floor in the corner of my room, and I would unbox my BoxyCharm and had my little link where I would get like $5 if you guys signed up through it and all this shit. And I had like Christmas balls and lights on my wall, and everything was so lighthearted and fun back then. And there was no drama. There was no trying to keep up with the number game and trying to get on the front page and trying to get more subscribers. That didn't exist. That wasn't in my brain at all. I didn't ever experience drama from other YouTubers, and I didn't know that other YouTubers were fighting that fight so hard that they were trying to like gain more and more and more. Like, I just thought YouTubers were doing it for fun. I didn't realize how many YouTubers were doing it just to get somewhere else in their lives. I had no idea. I just thought everyone I watched uploaded videos because they all liked doing it like I did. I had no idea how much drama went on behind the scenes, how negative some people were. I had no idea how many people actually just talk about the numbers and they don't actually talk about what they love about it. It's just about the fucking views all the time. I had no idea. And I'm like, so nostalgic for that. Like, I was such a little innocent little YouTube baby. I had no clue the dramatic side of things. Like, I was just I was doing YouTube, but more than a YouTuber, I was someone that watched YouTube. I was so innocent in my way of thinking about it, and it was so pure to me, and there was nothing dramatic about it. It was just fun. I've experienced, you know, collabing with a YouTuber and really liking them and thinking we were gonna be friends for a long time and having this fallout happen from it, and that just destroying me and making me feel like, whoa, I can't trust anyone, like what's going on? And that totally shifting my entire way of thinking about YouTubers. And then I got in this negative headspace where I didn't trust anyone and I felt like everyone was gonna fuck me over, and then it kind of made me like bitchy. I went through a lot of shit from that point to now in YouTube, where my mindset on it had almost become negative more than positive. Like I'm just going with the flow and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but that like passion wasn't there anymore because it was like so tainted from a bunch of crap that like in the grand scheme of things didn't matter. There's just, sometimes I wish that I could take my brain out and put it into words and just hand you guys the paper with all the words on it coherently for you guys to just really understand the things that have gone through my head in the past, what is it, year and a half to 2 years on YouTube, like, and just see the things that I've gone through, what I've thought and felt about them, and the way that it has almost destroyed that girl in me that started YouTube. She got lost in all of it. She got lost in there, and I'm trying to dig that out, but it's like, I just wish you guys could just fully see, because I'm sure if you go back and you look at my old videos, there's a drastic change. Number one, I'm older. I'm 4 years older. I'm growing up. But it's like, it's sad how negativity, other people, and knowing the behind the scenes side of the YouTube world can destroy your excitement about being a YouTuber and destroy what it was all about to you in the beginning. And I just really come to this place where I'm done playing the game and I'm done caring on what that means. We're gonna do what we're gonna do like I used to, and you know, it didn't matter back then if it worked or didn't work because I was enjoying it. And that's the positive shift I've had in my brain. And I'm glad that I peeled back those layers and I realized what was going on in my mind and what was driving me and what I was uploading for. Because once I realized that I had lost myself in it, I was like, wow, that's a problem. I need to fix that shit. Because at the end of the day, holy crap, 58,000 people? That's a lot of people that subscribe to me. And I earned that. No one else did. I earned that. You know, if 1,000 people watch this video and it doesn't get 5,000 views, that's 1,000 people. I couldn't fit 1,000 people in my house. And frankly, I wouldn't want 1,000 people in my house because y'all would all flood out and get black mold poisoning. That's a lot of people. And I need to learn how to be thankful for that. And I just realized I used to be so thankful for that. I remember when people first started watching, being at my mom's house and sitting on her couch and being like, I made $800 this month off of YouTube. $800, and I gained 5,000 subscribers. I have 5,000 people that watch me, Mom. My dad's smiling at me like he was all happy and trying to explain to them like how cool that was and what that actually meant. And like, I was so happy with those little numbers. Do you know what I mean? Little numbers. I was so happy with that because that to me was huge. And that right there, that is perspective. $800, 5,000 subscribers, that didn't go from being a big thing back then, but today it's not a big thing. Those numbers are exactly what they are. The only thing that's different is that my perspective back then was different than what my perspective is now. It's almost like the more you hear people talk about views, numbers, subscribers, the more you see people trying to win this impossible fight, the more it gets in your head and you lose sight of what really, really matters. And it's insane. It's crazy how quickly things that other people say and do can get into your head. And I I think that's what's happening to a lot of us over here on YouTube. A lot of us that are doing YouTube and that are creating content, we're getting lost in that bad. We're losing ourselves in that. It isn't just me, it is a lot of us trying to do these things and get somewhere that we think is important, but not exactly sure where it is we're trying to get to and what it is we actually want, and we don't even have like a concrete stopping number. There's not an exact goal. We just want more, and it's just gluttonous over social media, and it's toxic. Most people that are trying to do stuff to get somewhere like that are miserable. They're not happy because you have more times where you're suffering than when you are thriving when you're a YouTuber. There is more dark days as a YouTuber than bright days if what you're looking at is gaining. At the end of the day, regardless of that, you need to have some sort of respect and thanks and gratitude to the people that are here. And I am sorry if any of you guys throughout this YouTube journey of mine have felt like you weren't important over here because I wasn't satisfied, or if I gave this vibe like I was losing myself in the YouTube world. You guys got me to where I am, and to lose myself in that tornado of bullshit would be a disservice to not only myself, but to you guys. I just wanted you guys to know that there was a really positive mind shift that happened with me once I uploaded that video, and I'm excited. I'm probably gonna upload more videos where I sit and I talk to you guys about my thoughts too, because that's what I used to do, and it was fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it, and it didn't matter how many people watched it because the people that did watch it really liked it, and it was fun. Like, I remember my first subscriber was a girl named Maria, and she would watch all of my shitty makeup videos with yellow lighting and leave me the sweetest comments, and I don't see her comments anymore, but I remember her. I don't know, it's just crazy to look back on it. It's really amazing. It's just been such a crazy journey over here on YouTube for me. I'm tired of viewing it the way that I have been, and it's weird that once I realized what I was doing and I peeled back those layers and I'm looking at it for what it is now, how amazing it actually is. What is this video? I don't know. Holy shit. I just rambled for so long. Also guys, when this video goes up, I have put a whole bunch of necklaces in my Etsy shop, some really cute pieces. I'll show you guys a few pictures so you guys can see what's there. I don't know if by the time this video goes up, if any of them will still be available, but if you guys are interested, some of these should be available in my shop when this video goes up, so you guys can feel free to go check it out if you would like to. But also, if you guys would like to get some extra content from me, feel free to join my Patreon, and there's also a Discord chat where we can talk and stuff like that, and one of my Patreons was trying to help me figure out how to make my Discord chat more cool, because right now it's basic as fuck, so hopefully I'll get my Discord chat looking really neat really soon. But I don't know, it's a really cool way to connect with you guys on a more personal level, so if you guys would like to join my Patreon, feel free. It's an option, you don't have to, because either way, whether you're a Patreon or whether you are a subscriber, you are just as important to me. You listen, you're here, you believe in me. Everyone on my channel matters, even the people that leave me dislikes, because you know what? Those people that click dislike on these videos and that have been flooding me with an abundance of dislikes lately, you guys are still people. Regardless of why you're doing that, or if you linger over on my channel when you don't really like me, if you're one of those people who talks bad about me on Guru Gossip, you are still a person who has your own struggles and the things that you're going through in your life, and I don't wish harm or hate on any of you. I still wish the best for all of you. I still appreciate all of you and think that all of you deserve to be happy and successful and to enjoy your life to the best of your ability. So if you guys would like to, if you click thumbs up on this video, you don't know how much that helps YouTubers. It helps our videos out so much. Leave a comment if you guys would like to, and for those of you that enjoy leaving the little emojis, leave your favorite emoji down below, the one that you use the most or the one that you like the most. Leave that down below. I don't know what else to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you're having a wonderful day or night, whatever it is where you are, and I will see you in my next video.